How's everyone doing? Welcome to the final episode of After the After Hours with your boy TraderPrad. The final day of this week is tomorrow going to be a free fall Friday. Now get ready for tomorrow. Powell going on the microphone. Powell going on the microphone again. Get ready for tomorrow. So I do have a watch list ready, but if you guys are ready, hit that like and subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you guys for all the support. To get started, why don't we dive into the full screen and hit that like and subscribe. Sukas, how we doing? Let me go to the full cam here. Just give me a second. Full cam, bring the volume down. How are we doing? Oh snap, that's right, we're on the full cam now. Okay, my hair. Need to do a vanity check real quick. See if my hair is looking fine, because TH is gonna bully me if my hair doesn't look fine, because then I have to end up wearing hats for the next few days because I got bullied on stream. Why is your hair not combed, Prad? Do you not own a comb? Anyways, welcome to the stream. Final day of the month, final day of the week for the streaming schedule, not for the trading schedule. I like how that lines up. Final day of the month, final day of the week for the stream, both on the same day. Tomorrow, August 1st, brand new month, a whole new set of experiences, a whole new set of opportunities. So, just get excited. As always, be excited. This summer, this year has been great for trading. No complaints at all. Market's been hot. Opportunities dime a dozen. We can only pray that August is as good as July was for the trading cycle. Usually summer cycles, markets die down, but currently, boy oh boy, has it been hot. Today, Figma, the IPO has been monstrous all day. Here's a quick little story. I came into work. I said, I'm not gonna do anything all day. I'm gonna be patient, wait for the IPO to open up, and then I'll have fun on the IPO. I'll make money on the IPO. Usually IPOs, I very rarely lose money on IPOs. It's been the most profitable setup, if you want to say, or sector of baskets of trades that I pull off. So always happy with a nice big IPO showing up to trade with. So going into the day, I sit down, I say I'm not gonna do anything with the, you know, before the IPO comes out. The first thing I do is punch myself into 2 stupid trades and lose money on them. Boom, boom, boom. And then more stupid trades, and then more stupid trades, and then more stupid trades. I'm basically down like quite a bit of money before the IPO even opens, and then I'm like, oh my god, okay, here we go. I have to beat myself with a stick, beat myself to beat my head against the wall, and really learn my lesson the hard way. Alright, let's see if we can get lucky with the IPO and make some money back, hopefully, and break even. But thankfully, turning the day completely around, not only did we end the day, not only did we get to break even, but we also ended up making money on the day today. So what a roller coaster of events, just back and forth, back and forth. Never back down, never give up on yourself, no matter how beat down you were get. I don't know, maybe sometimes you might need to stop trading because you're tilted. But today, no, I didn't tilt. I traded poorly. I will agree that I traded poorly, but all that matters is one good trade, one good winner, and it erased like what, 7 losses for me, and actually ending the day on a decent green side. Can't complain. Can't complain. Hopefully, opportunities like that tomorrow too. Now, we don't have any more big IPOs to gamble with. Hate this webcam, man. Sadly, we don't have any more IPOs to gamble with, but we do still have Figma, which is going insane in the after hours right now. It's like at 140, 150 in the after hours. We still have earnings, lots of earnings still to go through. Stocks that reported earnings, stocks that are going to report earnings. So why don't we head over to the full screen, talk about all the fun stuff on that side. Before we go to my trades on the day, actually, we can't go to my trades on the day because I was a little bit late today, right? So a little bit late showing up to the stream, so I haven't posted my trades on the day. I haven't posted my wins and losses on the day, so honestly, we don't even have that much time because we're starting late. So maybe no time for going through all the trades. I'll just talk about quickly my IPO trade, and then we can go from there. So let me just quickly open up the IPO trade for us. Open the link. And what I was gonna say though, before we go over talking about some of the trades on the day, I want you guys to follow me on Twitter, because I just posted a very good educational thread about this browser that I've been using, right? This browser known as Comet. It's Perplexity AI's latest browser, and they now announced the new feature called shortcuts. This is basically a way for you to save prompts. Save your prompts. That way you don't have to go out and you know, say, the way I used to do it before is save my prompts in a notepad file, and then I'd have to copy or open the notepad file, copy the prompt, and then reuse the prompt every day. Or, knowing me, you know, I'm pretty fast with my keyboard, I'll just type out my prompt, but it still takes time. But now with the help of shortcuts, you can preload and save your prompt. So here are a couple, here's 5 different shortcuts that I use on every single day-to-day basis for day trading, and I quickly do a showcase on them. I have a video of exactly how that shortcut works, what happens when I use said shortcut, and how it benefits me in my day-to-day workflows for trading. And I'll be sharing more awesome tips and tricks like this in the future, not only on this browser, but I want to make more awesome threads and content like this for you guys to learn off of. So make sure you go follow me on Twitter, on TikTok, on Instagram, on all those social media, fun social media platforms. And last but not least, I have a ton of new invites to share. So if you guys are interested in trying out the Comet browser, since you know, you're in my YouTube channel, you might just get a little special treatment. You know who I'm talking about. You might get a little special treatment and get an invite from me already. But if you guys are interested in an invite, you know, reach out to me in the DMs. And if you are kind of new to the streams, you haven't really been in the chat as much as, you know, some of the original viewers like Barkit, TH, Dieter, Josh, John Vaughn, and so on, then maybe you want to look out for the new post coming out very soon about the giveaway. I'll be doing a giveaway for at least 50 comment invites. I have a lot of invites to share, so you might get the lucky chance to be one of the 50 people who gets the invite to Comment Browser. So make sure you're on watch for whenever that post comes out. And also stay followed for more trading, more AI, more browser, Comment Browser tips, and so on. All right, let's talk about my trade on the day. First off, I want to say I was very frustrated with myself with not doing a couple things which could have honestly made me a lot more money on the day. So let's talk about that. Not taking the opening print even for 10 shares. You know, what's the worst that could have happened had the stock gone to the downside and I lost? Even if I took 10 shares, which is my brokerage minimum, I would have lost, what, $20 on it? I lose $20 in a trade in a heartbeat. Like, it doesn't even matter. I lose 20 bucks like this. So it's like, why am I scared to give that $20 risk over here? Nope, I didn't give it the $20 risk. And you know, I just watched the stock go straight into a halt in the first 10 seconds. First 10 seconds off the open into a halt. Now I'm trying to get filled into the halt price. I don't get any filled into the halt. Afterwards, the stock opens, pulls back to 95, spends like 30 seconds or less than that at 95. You can see a buyer not able to, you know, the stock is not able to get below the buyer. It tests 95 a couple times. 95 was also the previous halt price. Just not able to get below it, and then just shoots right past everybody, and you'll see a bunch of people fighting, chasing for that fill. Hence you get this next big momentum move up to 112, 120, sorry, not 120, but 112-ish or so from that 95. I was looking at that take place right in front of my eyes, but I missed out on that entry. That was frustrating. That was another, like, what, if I risk 10, 20, $50 here, I lose 50 bucks on a trade like in a second. It doesn't even matter. Had I just given that risk over here, that $50 risk would have given me, like, what, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600? Like, how many hundreds are we talking on this trade just for giving it a $50 risk? Well, not 600, but like 100, 200, 300, 400, $500 if I was able to hold it all the way up to here just for giving a $50 risk on that. So like, what are you doing, Prad? What are you doing? Focus up. You've done these trades before. These are your bread and butter. These are your go-to trades, and you're not able to execute on them, like your deer in headlights. Very, very upsetting after this performance or lack of performance. Later on, I was like, okay, I gotta sit up. I can't just slouch in my chair. I gotta sit up, and I gotta start focusing on some trades over here because this stock is going nuts. Right around 110, it pops up and looks like it's about to halt again, but then it does a fake halt where right as it's about to halt, the bids drop out, and the stock just goes right back to the downside, and the halt counter resets. So that taking place, the stock immediately pushes back down and then again pushes right back up and looks like it's gonna halt again, but another little fake halt comes into play. So as soon as I recognize that fake halt, I throw an order to get short back through 108 with a stop above 110. So this time I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give it that $2 per share risk, and I'm okay with losing that $2 per share, especially after noticing how the stock traded there. You had two fake halts, and sellers came in both times and then dumped the stock right back to the downside. If it makes a new high, there is no shorts there. It's simply no shorts. And you can see how it does try to make a new high. It successfully makes a new high, and and so on later on. However, managing to pull off my first trade as a short, taking that short entry and getting about $8, $7 per share on that scalp. Nice trade to start the day on this one, but boy oh boy, what a miss. Later on, flipping back to the long side because clearly the stock makes a new high. Buyers are now showing up around 110. Buyers are now showing up around 105. So looking at that action, trying to see if I could get back in for another big momentum squeeze up north, but the volume dies down, the volatility diminishes on this name, and we start to slow down. However, we pull back to $100, and the $100 starts to show support. So lots of support above $100. There was an opportunity to potentially go short on the break of $100, but it never set up. So because that never set up, I was like, all right, perfect opportunity to actually look for the long, get long as close to 100 as I can, giving it to the risk below 100, and then scalping it on the way up, looking to get back in on the dips, scalping it on the way up, looking to get back on the dips. That's me. Oh, sorry. I put the chart. Didn't mean to post here. My bad. Wanted to post in my channel so I can open it for stream. Lol. Anyways, so got long closer to 100, then scalping it on the way up, 106, 105, 106, 105 area, and then more back and forth, back and forth. This kind of looks like that puppy dog consolidation, or just a simple wedge break too. If you draw a trend line right here, somewhere in this area, you have that you know, second a move up long, again risking against that 100. So I should have taken maybe some fills on that wedge break somewhere into 102, 104, 105. Instead, my manager and a bunch of other traders on the floor got convinced about this 108, 110 area. So we started to dance in this area a little bit. I gave back some profits in this area, which was frustrating. But later on, one of my biggest, you know, idols in day trading, one of my best friends in day trading and in outside of trading too, I don't want to say his name out loud, but he might not like it. He recently made like $50,000 in a trade, and I think his best month was in July, which is over $100,000. So the guy is absolutely killing it, and he gave me a trade plan. He said, go long 112.50, go long 115, and then go long 120. This was when the stock was trading here. I was like, all right, listen, you told me to do something. Last time I listened to you, I made like $20,000 in a trade. Let's try it again. So I tried it. It worked. Not only did I make back the losses here, I completely make back the losses on the whole day and actually ended the day green just from this little sequence going into the close. So that was a monster trade. And then if you actually notice how the stock continues to keep going higher today in the after hours, just a loss for words on Figma. I mean, wow, just another IPO going bonkers mode. First one being Circle, second one being Figma. It's IPO season, to say the least, right? It's absolutely IPO season, and we love watching this take place because trades are a dime a dozen at the moment. So IPO Figma tomorrow, day 2. If you guys remember how Circle played out on day 2, potentially worth doing a review of that day if you haven't yet. So pull up Circle, go to the IPO day. Where is the IPO day? Has it already been that many days since Circle IPO'd? Holy schmoly, what? I don't remember this. I feel like Circle IPO'd yesterday. I still remember exactly how the trade moved on the IPO day. Okay, so here's IPO day number 2 for Circle, and you can see how for the starting half of the day it really did nothing, but eventually it had like a pizza slice pattern. You had a wedge over here, the wedge breaking, taking you to new heights and just absolutely ripping to the north side. So study your day 2 charts. ARM day 2 is a good chart to study. Coinbase day 2 might not be a good chart to study, but might still be be a good chart to study. Just in general, go look around for your day 2 trades of stocks that IPO'd and we're kind of hyped up. And I think Figma will be in that basket to keep an eye on, okay? So watch out for that name tomorrow. I don't actually have a watch list ready at all, so we might have to work on creating a watch list today together. So let's do that really quick. And since we only have 10 minutes left on the stream technically, let's see if I can go through some of the hot names fairly quick for us. We don't need this anymore. Where is, there you are. Let's go to the earnings calendar. We got Apple, Amazon, MicroStrategy, AAPL, hello, AAPL, MSTR, Amazon, Coinbase, Reddit ripped to the north side, so obviously that one's worth keeping an eye on. RIOT, Cloudflare, Net, Roku reporting earnings after hours, ExxonMobil, CVX. I mean, do I really care to trade these ones? Anyways, we'll throw them in there. And then some day 2 opportunities, potentially Roblox. Don't know what CVS did today, but we'll throw it in there. NCLH actually had a nice green day off of its earnings report, but then not sure if it went back down, so we'll quickly pull that up. Meta, Microsoft, obviously on the watch list. Robinhood sold off. Carvana, we'll put that one up there. Qualcomm also, we'll put it in the watch list. ARM had a pretty bad day today. Put that one up there too. And I think that's honestly good enough for me on the watch list side. I don't think I want to, clog up my watch list for the day trade basket tomorrow. If you can't find a trade in these list of names, then you might as well quit trading tomorrow, honestly, because just quit trading in general, because these are some of the most hyped up names in the market. And if you can't find a trade or find an opportunity to make money on any of these, chances are the market's completely dead and you can't find it. But let me tell you, there's got to be a trade somewhere in these names, and if you can't find it, just quit trading, guys. Just be done with it. Just be done with it. Okay, let me quickly hit a Dieter saying, I want an invite. Of course, Dieter, you get an invite, my guy. What do you mean? You don't even have to ask. I was gonna send you an invite before you even asked, okay? I did already, however, sent it to Angry Buddha. You can see how I have 102 invites now. I didn't want to say how many I had. Oh my god, that was loud. 102 invites. So I will for sure be giving out a lot. I mean, all of them. I'm not going to be able to do anything with all 102 because I already have Comet, installed and ready to go. But I do plan to do a giveaway. I would love to give some of my loyal viewers who've been here for so long, watching me every single day, interacting with me on social media. So Josh, John Vaughn, TH, Barky, if you guys want an invite, please do contact me on Twitter, DMs or Discord. Find a way to contact me, and I will gladly get you guys an invite link. So yes, that's reserved for you guys. But if you guys don't want it, if you guys just want to wait until the browser fully releases, or if you want to I don't know, you don't care about the browser at all, then more power to you. Then I'm not gonna force you to it. Let's do a quick little I just did a showcase on this actually, so what the heck, return to home. I just did a showcase on this, so let's do a quick little showcase again live on stream. How I scan now for earnings reports without having to use one of my sponsors. Shout out to my sponsor Benzinga. I use them actually today because for the squawk, I need Benzinga squawk when earnings are coming out. That's one of the most important things out there. So I was listening to Benzinga squawk for that earnings, for IPOs. Listen to it, but I used to use them every day to read earnings report. Now we don't even need that. I just do my shortcut. My shortcut is already preloaded with instructions, with the prompt, with the instructions and everything, and all I do is type the tickers that I want. So Apple, Amazon, Coinbase, Reddit, Riot, Net, Roku, And those are the names that reported earnings today after hours. Hit enter, and it's gonna quickly do its homework, scan the web pages, scan financial results, financial reports, and you look at that, boom, 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 quickly scanning Apple, PDF, Form 10Q, Coinbase, going through Reddit, doing all the work for me, and boom. Oh man, I thought it said 110. I was like, what? Revenue for Apple up 110? No, it's only up 10%. Oh, and I also told it to give me a sentiment score for based on social media and based on the earnings report that the AI is going to summarize in the instructions. So you can see how the sentiment score over here is 10 being very bullish and 1 being very bearish. You're getting a sentiment score on earnings over here from AI about a 8, and the sentiment of 7 from social media. Here's other stocks. I think if we just quickly scroll down, you can see all the info neatly in a table, saving you a lot more time, especially when you're a streamer, a monster, big time, million view streamer, a million views a second streamer like me. You're gonna need to save some time. So here we go quickly. All the stocks we want to take a look at. Apple growing, Amazon growing, Coinbase very slight growth year over year, actually diminished growth quarter over quarter. Reddit 78% growth year over year. Nuts. Okay, where are we at? Daily active users 110, that's the key metric over there. Riot 119% growing year over year. Net 28. So it looks like all companies grew year over year. That's good, but quarter over quarter in line or flat. None of them really having a banger quarter over quarter growth. EPS growth, make money, made money, lost money, made money, not available. Net is making money or positive. Roku is also positive. Whoa, I thought Roku loses money on EPS. They're positive. Oh, versus estimate. Haha, that makes sense. So versus estimate plus 14 cents. Lost versus estimate $1.37. Coinbase better get destroyed. Where is he? What's his name? I'm forgetting his name right now. Where is Victor Investing? Please tell me where Victor Investing is. Somebody find Victor Investing for me. All the way back to 300, huh? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Come on, dude. I've been screaming at the top of the hill. Coinbase sucks. No one heard me. No one heard me. They thought I was Pete Revere screaming. Is that his name? Pete Revere? Who was screaming, the Britishers coming, or the boy who cried wolf. Boy, I love seeing things work out when I call out, okay? Coinbase, get destroyed, boy, get destroyed. 3% growth year over year, missing by $1.37 against estimates. Revenue also down against estimates. Revenue over here up 74 million, not bad. Up 11, up 40, up 5.5 billion against insane. Is this versus estimates, or you're telling me they were up $4 billion versus estimates on Apple revenue? I might have to fact check that. I might have to fact check that. No way. Oh snap. Okay, I don't have to fact check that. That was actually accurate. Oh snap. Okay, hey guys, don't doubt don't doubt perplexity. So this is, there you go, just a clean simple test in front of you if this AI data is fugazi, and it's not. 5 billion growth on Amazon over there on revenue against estimate. Guidance growing. AWS 30.8 billion. Sentiment score bullish for both of them, but I think the market dropped. You can see how earnings sentiment score for Coinbase, AI is giving it a 3 out of 10, pretty close to very bearish. And sentiment score on social media is a 5. That's pretty low. Riot is at a 4, and those are the only two stocks that are low. I'm missing MSTR over here, so let's quickly do earnings scan stream MSTR also. Did I miss MSTR? Yes, I'm missing MSTR. So we'll quickly get the MSTR scan for us, see how that bad boy is doing. Out of 7, out of 10, 7, and out of, oh wow, very bullish report on MSTR, surprisingly enough. Year over year 2.7 EPS, major swing year over year. You're what? 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 What am I looking at? How do you report $32 above estimates? Yo, Sailor cooking the books. You gotta love it, chat. Sailor cooking the books. Bitcoin holdings, all the other important numbers over here. Wow, I'm shocked. Let's see if the stock went down. It did push down. Along with Coinbase, did Bitcoin get slammed back down? USD, let's go see Bitcoin. Bitcoin did get moved back down a little bit, sadly. But boy, MSTR, the master book cooker, still above the 395 area. So I guess that level's still in play. We'll see if we finally get back under it and start pushing a little bit lower. Up $32 from estimates is just mind-blowing to me. Mind-blowing. All right. Let's start going through the charts now after reading all the reports we did. Thankfully, we don't have a lot of charts to go through, so hopefully I'll be done with that very quickly. Apple, I'm pretty sure, pushed to the downside. It did not. Push back to the upside and potentially getting ready for a breakout. Look how clean of a level this is. This is actually almost very close to an inverse bouncy ball. You see how we have a flat top high, and each time the stock tries to test that high, we do go back, but we are also creating a higher low. Eventually that level cracking and buyers coming above that should take us a little bit more higher to the north side. So we'll be interested to see how Amazon sets up between this 215 to 216 area tomorrow. Keep that area on watch. 216 to 215 area. If buyers can show up above it, will be very interesting. 222 is basically the 200 DMA, so worth keeping that one on your notes just in case that level does come into play. You're not pressing into that level, meaning you're not taking a new breakout trade into 222. The chances are they're not going to be the cleanest because of the 200-day moving average being right above it. MicroStrategy, just talked about this a second ago. 395 is your basic under over. 394.68 is the after hour low. So 394.50, 395 is your basically your under over on the stock. If it's able to stay above it, I'm not really going to press the shorts on this name, and I'm gonna actually be trading MSTV, MSTX, and so on, which are your 3 times leverage, 2 times leverage ETFs on MicroStrategy. But at the same time, I'll be watching how MicroStrategy will be moving to make my decision. So that decision will depend on how the stock trades around this 395 to 400 area. If the stock is already below it, then I'm basically looking to short all pops on that name. Pretty simple over there. Amazon, from what I read that they pushed to the downside, oh no, now Amazon is below the 218. God damn it. I'm about to get stopped out on my Amazon position. Or if I haven't already, because my stops don't work in the after hours, which is fucking great. Stupid garbage fucking platform. Might have to punch out my position myself over here for a loss, because it is now basically a break even for me. What was my Amazon price? Let me go quickly check what my Amazon price was. Swing trading Discord channel. My Amazon average is 220, 216. So obviously in a loss now after that earnings report. I'll still watch it to see where is my stop at. My stop was at 226. These stops don't work outside of market hours on this stupid platform. And now I'm down 1% on Amazon. Ooh, I'm never going to financially recover from this. You know what? Maybe I do stick to my stop. And if I want to get back in, I'll get back in. And then I'll let the stock stop me out tomorrow market hours. Or I can let me stop myself out right here somewhere. You know what? The smart thing to do, chat, is to stick to your plan. And my plan was to stop myself out, and I'm gonna do that right now.
Super exciting. Somebody's gonna win money. Sign up and make a prediction. There's a big yellow button. Hit that button. And whatever the price is,
You know what? No, we're gonna move the stop below the 50-day moving average, 217. That's the final stop. If you're below 217 tomorrow, I don't want it. I don't want it. That's the final stop. That's also the breakout high. So if you're below 217 tomorrow, I'm breaking up with you. So 216.99 is my stop price. And we're gonna let that thing go to 216.50 for all of my share size. This is why I made the genius call last night after hours to actually cover some of my Amazon position at 238, because I was like, look, Amazon reports tomorrow. What are the chances that the market flushes? Pretty high. And the market flushed. What are the chances that Amazon gives back all of its pre-market after hour move that it made into 238? Pretty high. So let me take some profits at 238 to protect myself. And I think that was a genius call from me. So 238, we already locked in some money, and now we're gonna give back some money on Amazon over here for the swing account. However, we're gonna quickly talk about for the day trade here tomorrow, the fact that Amazon is now back to 218 just makes this chart really ugly for the day trade, for the swing trade. Yeah, there might be some bounce from this previous breakout area, at which point, yeah, I'll be looking for the long. I'll be also looking to hold my swing position, but just gonna watch to see how this trade plays out at the moment. I think MicroStrategy and Apple have a much cleaner setup to trade off of. Coinbase, also a nice chart to trade off of. If Coinbase starts to hold below this area tomorrow, that opens up some more downside. Anyone who went long in this area, you're crying at this moment. So Coinbase, watching for some retracement on that. Reddit, what a move on Reddit after that breakout. Nice move to the upside into almost $200 area. We saw that Reddit actually had the highest growth on the research we just did. So the most bullish sentiment also, if I remember correctly. So watching Reddit without a doubt. I don't think we got to pull back all the way to 165s today. But anywhere above earnings VWAP, which is currently around 180, I think will make it very interesting. So Reddit will be given a purple color, which is my highest priority. We'll give Coinbase orange and MSTR purple, because I like to short MSTR more than Coinbase, but obviously they're both in my garbage basket and always willing to short the crap out of both of them. Riot has been actually catching a lot of traction with the whole cryptocurrency moves, a lot more than Mara actually. So since Mara started going down off of its earnings report, and Riot, which has caught a lot of traction off of the recent rally, which is now going down off of its earnings report, might be worth keeping a look for some retracement back down here. So the main level is 13 for me, 13.20, $13. If the stock doesn't get back above it, basically shorting almost every pop on this name. But the priority is to the lower side. It's on the orange priority tier for me, because I already have like a couple crypto names that I'm watching. I don't really think I'm gonna trade all of them, right? One or two of them. I'm not gonna trade all of them. Cloudflare actually making a new all-time high here. No, almost. almost making a new all-time high in the after hours from the earnings report. Oh, never mind, we did make a new all-time high, but then we pulled right back to the downside. So somewhere in this area, potentially we get to see how the trade plays out in the pre-market. From what I remember, they are growing and actually broke out of the range today. And then the earnings report took it to the all-time high and then pulled it right back. So nice move if you ask me. I think we might just have some action tomorrow to play with on NET, so I'm gonna give that one a purple star, purple heart. Roku, please tell me you went down, but I'm guessing Roku actually broke out to the upside. It did first and then pulled back. Conference call maybe causing some issues. Tomorrow, if Roku at any time of the day gets back above 95 and finds buyers above 95, I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and get ready to go long on this name, because you know, this is Roku we're talking about. Decent short flow last time I remember. However, it's been a long time since I checked the short flow on Roku, so we're gonna have to quickly do some checks on that. Go to FinViz, Roku. What is Roku's short flow? Only 5% now, so not as high. So disregard that statement, what I said earlier. Still 95. If we do get back above 95, I think it's a little hard to imagine the stock getting above 95 after this action here. But if we do get back above 95, I am not looking short on this name. Given how the stock is trading at the moment, I will be more interested to get short if we are below $88, which actually ends up being the exact after hour low. So 88 and 95 are the two levels to keep an eye out for on Roku. Tomorrow we have two oil names, XOM, CVX. I don't really like to trade oil names in general, but because they are in a special basket, the earnings basket might be worth keeping an eye on for the watch list, but I just don't like trading these stocks. Roblox, lost for words. I mean, who plays Roblox? I guess kids play Roblox, and the stock is insane. Big gap up in the pre-market, and then just spent the rest of the day just going back down. So I'd say Roblox is not really I gotta put my hate aside for Roblox and start looking for maybe a long tomorrow if the stock is able to hold. But you know, this stock is going parabolic, and if you guys remember what I said, it looks like it's about to do something crazy and then get ready to absolutely get slammed back down. So tomorrow is not the first day to look for that short yet. You know, look for today's low, look for today's midpoint, look for today's VWAP, some of these important areas to come into play, and see how the stock trades around those levels. So 135.50 to the downside on Roblox. If we're not able to stay above it, I think that opens up a lot more room to the downside. Today's VWAP is around 142. So earnings VWAP and today's VWAP basically the same thing. Around 142, that'll be a level of inflection, and then obviously 151 is your resistance to keep an eye out for in case the stock does manage to build support above 152. I think you can get a move up to 151, but ideally the trade I'm imagining right now is a long off of the hold around 135 for a move to 142. So Roblox is pretty much a high priority name tomorrow without a doubt. HIMS had a pretty good day today too. I can't forget about HIMS. OKLO got slammed back to the downside today. Can't forget about that one too. Boy, oh boy, my watch list just got fucking bigger. Hey. HIMS had a pretty good breakout day to the upside. This stock has been going nuts recently, so we'll keep that one on the watch list. OKLO tried to break out an all-time high and then failed. That's worth keeping an eye on. OKLO is actually multi reasons to keep an eye on, because Microsoft earnings report, they said the next big thing was quantum. To power quantum, to power AI, you need energy. This energy has to come from either solar, wind, water, you know, the four avatars, right? Earth, wind, fire, wind, earth, water. But there is a new element, the fifth element, the whole avatar element, which is the goddamn nuclear element, right? So OKLO being in the nuclear basket, it was looking really good for the breakout, but this is basically a failed breakout today. So watching to see if the stock pulls back or sets up for another opportunity tomorrow. CVS reported earnings today. I don't think I still care about CVS, so not worth it. How did CCL do? CCL pulled back right after I bought some shares, so that sucks, but still doing well, so not going to complain about it too much. NCLH, potential gap fill and pop, or a dip buy around today's low, which is 25, for a move back into today's midpoint. Today VWAP, earnings VWAP, which is 26. So 25, 26, 27. Very simple $1 levels across the board. 25, 27, 26. Meta almost gave you a really good breakout long today, but it just took very, very long. I was expecting to get the money trade long. I actually was looking to get long on the dips into the pre-market lows and add on the breakout above pre-market highs, but it just didn't set up that way. Such a boring trade all day sideways. However, if you were watching for the anchor VWAP holding, the earnings anchor VWAP, you can see how that actually holds right to the dot and gives you a beautiful long back into the high day. Very, very clean trade over there if you were watching for it. I was being so stupid today. No excuse besides that. However, very much sideways action. I think tomorrow maybe there'll be an opportunity on Meta, but the liquidity is so trash. Microsoft almost gave back a lot of the gains were given back, but not all of it. So watching Microsoft closing at the lows, very sad. Market looks like it's getting ready for the big reversal over here. I think this was the first time in a very long time the market actually closed under or around, actually let's just call it what it is, it closed under the 9-day moving average. For a very long time we haven't closed under the 9-day moving average, so that's a change in characteristics. That might be the first signs of slowing down in the breadth in the market, the slowing down across the board. In fact, if we go here, ask my AI assistant to scan the tab. God damn it. Stocks up down 4% in a day. So 171 stocks were up 4%, while 325 stocks were down 4%. The downward skew is more negative than the prior day, showing you that more stocks are going down more than 4% than for the last day or the day before that or the day before that. Breadth 5-day ratio, lowest the month has seen, so down quite a bit. 10-day ratio is also down to 1.13 from a high of 1.96. This suggests that the broad-based momentum reversal from mid-July peak bullishness to late July weakness. More reasons to understand how the market is playing by looking at the overall number of stocks in the market. Stocks up 25% in the quarter and so on. Divergence between versus up and down stocks has shrunk rapidly, indicating a broad market correction or rotation out of the recent winners. People taking profits, people taking money off of winners like Robinhood, Meta, Microsoft, and so on. And a quick little analysis, high-level summary. Short-term negative momentum, more down than up movers recently. Medium-term deteriorating breadth, rising number of significant losers, shrinking new heights. Long-term waning participation, rising caution signals. The market is entering a period of elevated risk, and further declines in breadth could pressure deeper corrections even if headline indices hold up. So just a nice little summary that for let's be honest, you, me, and a lot of people might be too dumb to even understand what the hell all of this information is. I'm not dumb like you guys. I'm joking. You know, I'll be honest. This information took a while for me to really understand and dive into and look at what exactly all this numbers mean. What do they tell you? How does that relate to the overall market, to trading, to day trading, and so on, to taking breakouts, to taking breakdowns, when to be bullish, when to be bearish. This makes it a lot easier for everyone. Shout out to AI for these tools, right? Makes your life, like, homework, your research, so much easier. And just to prove you that change in characteristics are real. For the first time in 9 months, we are seeing the stock actually or market actually close below 9-day moving average. Not as dumb as you guys. I hope you don't mean me. I was actually talking exactly to you, TH, and I'm joking. I'm joking. Don't get mad. It was a joke. Why you have to be mad? It's only game. All right. So Microsoft, Meta pulled back. Robinhood pulled back on its earnings report too. Might get stopped out on Robinhood very soon. I think if it breaks the $100 area, I'm actually getting stopped out on my position, which I'm writing from $66. I'm a happy camper. I'm not complaining on that one. For 1 second, Robinhood looked like it was going to get above 107.50 and continue higher, but it just did not have any follow through at all. Carvana, insane stock. I mean, what a stock. I have no words for this name. Just gonna keep an eye on it tomorrow for some sort of a day 2 trade, but I honestly don't have any idea what to do with this name tomorrow. Simple trade ideas, you know, same as the other stocks that gapped up and have a big candle. Look at today's low, look at today's VWAP, look at today's high, and try to see if you can find a trade within that area. Qualcomm, ARM, these names are obviously important. Qualcomm actually breaking down below significant level 150. I talked about this last night on stream. So now the fact that the stock is below 150, you're just constantly looking for any pops to short tomorrow as long as it stays below 150. And surprise, surprise, look at where the earnings anchored VWAP is, 150. So as long as the stock stays below that, I'm very interested to look for the short on this name. ARM 144 is where the earnings VWAP is currently at, but more importantly, 140 is the big level. If you watch how the stock traded today, it just simply did not get below 140. So do I think it breaks 140 tomorrow? Probably not. I don't think it breaks 140 tomorrow. I could be wrong. We'll see. But the priority on ARM is very low tomorrow compared to Qualcomm. SIG? No, SOFI. SoFi? No, we're not going to look at SoFi for a day trade because Figma is going to be a lot more important for the day trade. So potentially the number one most important stock tomorrow besides the earnings basket will be Figma. So let me just take that bad boy all the way up here, color it purple, and now we just wait to see how the stock trades in pre-market. You know, your guess is as good as mine on this stock. The stock just IPO'd today. All the levels are fresh. You know, and all the levels tomorrow that it's gonna make are fresh. Once again, study day 2 trades on the stock. So study day 2 trades for IPOs like ARM, Coinbase, Circle, and you'll get a nice little idea of exactly how you might be able to play Figma tomorrow. That, ladies and gentlemen, is all she wrote for the watch list. We did manage to somehow pull out a full hour of market today, market talk, almost a whole hour of market talk. So I'll take that as a good job, Prad, and a thumbs up to me. If you enjoyed today's stream, hit that like, hit that subscribe. A quick shout out to all of my affiliate sponsors: Traders Insight, Trade Ideas, Trader Sync, Benzinga, and Flash Research. If you are interested to trade with an absolute legend, click on this link over here. Shout out to this legend for actually helping me learn how to swing trade. So click on this link and join the Discord where a real simple Ariel, myself, and a bunch of other traders are trading in currently. All my social media links are up here. And last but not least, make sure you're following me on Twitter, because if you don't, you're gonna miss out on some awesome information that your boy Prad has been absolutely handing out for free, such as AI information or even trade ideas, and very soon I want to start posting. Oh wow, what a hold. What a hold, monster. Shout out to Rebello. This is my dog. Rebello killing it. Although he stopped following me. I don't know what happened. Rebello, what happened? Why don't you follow me no more? Or your boss made you unfollow me probably. I think his boss made him unfollow me. Anyways, FIG, what a stock today. We're going to keep a watch on this name. Insane hold by my dog, Rebello. IPO calendar, I don't think we're going to see any hot IPOs tomorrow. Let's quickly scan. Nope, no hot IPO, but Firefly Aerospace. Oh my god. Okay, we got some IPOs coming in again very soon. Keep an eye out for that one. Economic calendar Friday, usually dead. Let's see if there's a hot economic calendar tomorrow. Actually a little bit busy. Most of it's during 8:30 and 10 o'clock. So any of these 3-star events, ISM non-manufacturing, ISM PMI, ISM manufacturing, unemployment rate, non-pharma payrolls, any 3-star events basically you want to keep an eye out for, as those can fluctuate the market when the numbers come out. If they come out as a big surprise, even more of a reason to fluctuate the market. So keep an eye out for that. 10 o'clock, 8:30, your important times in the market. No bond auction tomorrow, so I guess those are the only two. There is the Atlanta GDP at 1 o'clock. We'll see how that one impacts the stock market. All right, chat, that's all she wrote. I'll see you guys next time. See you guys next time. Next month. I'll see you guys next month, Monday, August. Have a lot of fun. Kill it on the market. Good luck tomorrow. Make some money. Thanks for coming. Peace. Pack basket. Get destroyed. Get ready for it. Trade off of. Get ready for the watch list for tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna bring in my big screen over here. Back to another brand new week of After the After Hours with your host TraderPrad. I'm doing great. Hopefully you guys are joining me on that great side. Markets are moving around. Might just be a risk on type of day, so let's see what happens. 8 o'clock tomorrow. As you guys know, we do the stream Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. Shout out to my affiliate sponsors, Benzinga, Trade Ideas, the #1 scanner to go to, Traders Sync, promo code down below, promo code PRAD15 to get 15% off. I will catch you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock, same time, same place. Until then, TraderPrad out. Adios.